Ravens fans, I cannot believe it. Maxx Crosby, you are a Baltimore Raven. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Ravens Rundown. My name is Joey Petersen. Of course, when something this historic goes down, we're going to be live right here on the channel because you just sent 2 first-round picks to the Las Vegas Raiders to get one of the best edge rushers in the National Football League, to get one of the most all-around defenders in the National Football League. The first time in the history of the Baltimore Ravens organization are they trading away a first-round pick for a player. And now you have some juice to your defensive line. A player that will not only bring talent, he's not only going to bring tackles for loss, pressures, sacks, but he's going to bring that mentality, that play like a Raven mentality we were begging for in 2025. How many times do we have to watch this team get pushed around 100 yards up and 100 yards down in 2025 on defense? How many times did we have to watch this team mentally get broken by their opponents? No longer. Maxx Crosby brings in a brand new mentality. He brings back, actually, an old mentality. A mentality that has not been here for a decade. A mentality that won you not 1, but 2 Super Bowls. Bottom 10 sacks this last year. Bottom 10 in pressures. Bottom 10 in pressure rate. This was not a good team. This was not a good defensive line. 30 sacks. He had a third of that last year, and he played in 15 games. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This is something that we have been talking about on this channel for over a year now. It's been longer than a year, ladies and gentlemen. And Eric DeCosta just did what we never thought Eric DeCosta was going to do. He said, F them picks, man. We are here to win now. We're not going to have 1 foot in the win in the future pool, 1 foot in the win now pool. We're going to go all in. This is an all-in type of move. The most all-in move this franchise has ever made. It's truly out with the old and in with the new. John Harbaugh is gone. That mentality of playing it safe, keeping your draft picks, and just seeing if you can hit in the NFL draft, that's not here anymore. You know what? You're not going to be able to draft 14th overall? Maxx Crosby. So screw that 14th overall pick, ladies and gentlemen. I'd take Maxx Crosby at 14. Would you not? Well, you just got him. And sure, it costs you your first round next year, but hey, man, if all goes as planned, that first round pick's going to be very, very late. Hopefully, the latest it possibly could be. I'm very, very surprised. We bring up the quote often from Eric DeCosta that says, man, hitting in the NFL draft is like winning the lottery. He is a guy who has always felt and always thought, if I have more darts to throw at the board, I've got a better chance of hitting a bullseye. Well, how about you just go buy yourself a bullseye, Eric DeCosta? How about that? Colin and Zelmo, y'all feel free to super chat if you want to get on today's show. I love EDC. This is the move we needed. Lamar might finally get a Super Bowl. Man, you are going to pair one of the best edge rushers in the game, one of the most all-around defenders in the game, with Jesse Minter, a guy who took Odafe Owe, who you couldn't get him a sack last year in Baltimore, and he gave him 10.5 in 13 games in Los Angeles. And you are now pairing him with Maxx freaking Crosby. I don't care that he missed a couple games with injuries this last year. Frankly, I don't give a damn. Okay? I don't care that he's got a high cap hit either. Guess what? Spotrac tweeted out today, you can do a couple of maneuvers. That cap drops to under $10 million, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care that he's going to want to get extended after this year. I don't. You are doing everything in your power to win a Super Bowl next year. Lamar Jackson's not getting any younger. Derrick Henry, not getting any younger. If you are excited about this move, do me one big favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Like today's video. I got Alan in the chat. Jacko, Zabair, Brandon, Franco, Jacob, Henry, BNL, official ATL Ghostface. I got all the real ones hanging out with me late on a Friday night. Had just gotten back to the apartment from taking the dog out to use the restroom. And I walk inside, look down at my phone, and say, holy shit. The Baltimore Ravens just traded for Maxx Crosby. Automatically got on the computer, made a video, hopped in the car, drove to the office. Gage met me here because he is a real one of all real ones. And if you're excited about this trade, hit that thumbs up video or hit that thumbs up button and like today's video. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I got Soa, Thomas, Jacob, Lego, Jacko, Paxton, Kai, Aaron, PJ, Thomas, Project, ATL. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Maxx Crosby's a freaking Baltimore Raven. Occupies in here. Wow. I mean, that's an awesome jersey right there. It's an unbelievable jersey right there. Smitty Banks in the house. We're talking about what's his name getting 15 tonight. Yeah, we're talking about Jason Tatum getting 15. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Keep on hitting that thumbs up button. We got almost 200 people in here watching. Let's try to get up to 100 likes. Can we do it, ladies and gentlemen? We got another $5 super chat from Colin. Dude, it's hot. It's warm. It is warm. Dude, I had sweatpants on when I was filming my video at home, and I think all the adrenaline from I was sweating my ass off. I said this morning, you can go back and look at it, I said 10%. I said 50% he stays in Vegas, 20 to the Bears, 20 to the Cowboys, 10 to the Ravens. Yeah, that was my pie chart. I said earlier this week, on Monday, I said 5%. And then after the recent stuff this morning, I doubled that. But still very surprised. It is, but guess what? You weren't going to get Maxx Crosby at 14. Yeah, I feel like they probably won't just because they'll have to have a lot of money elsewhere. But, man, it's still crazy. Surprising. First time they've ever traded a first-round pick in franchise history. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Seriously. We got a couple more super chats to get to. Colin sent in another one. I love EDC. Oh, wait, that was the old one. The other one's going to pop up in a second. This trade got me in a generous mood. They called you delusional, Joey. They were wrong. I could not agree more. In fact, I'm going to go back to my Monday video about Maxx Crosby, okay? My Monday video was titled, Another Maxx Crosby Trade Update. And I had people saying, let's see some of these haters in here. Some of the haters. Stop it. It's never happening. Ravens are not getting him. Keep dreaming. Guess what? I woke up. Come on. Shout out to Colin. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Dude, I've been talking. Let's see. When was my first Maxx Crosby trade rumor of the entire offseason? My lovely wife, Kennedy, is in the chat. Everybody say hi to her. Absolute soldier. She was excited to have a chill night in with her dear husband, and that all had to come crumbling down. So everybody better show her some love right there in the chat. When was my first Maxx Crosby video of the offseason? Okay, there was one. Okay, there's one. First Maxx Crosby video. Season ended. It came like 4 days later. January 10th was my first, 6 days after you lost to the Steelers, was my first Maxx Crosby video. Everybody's saying hello, showing some love. Oh, wow. That was electric. Brees Morris sent in a chat. Let the streets know we back up. We are. Let the streets know we back up. Alan Felkler, Mike Green, learning from Max, ceiling is high. That's a great point as well, Alan, man. It's like, I automatically just felt like Mike Green was going to take a step forward this year solely because of the fact that he was in Jesse Minter's presence and Anthony Weaver's presence. Like, that alone is going to make him a far better football player than he was last year as a rookie. But you are 100% right, man. You add in Maxx Crosby, a guy he can learn from, a guy he can watch. He did not have that guy last year. He's got him now, man. He has got him now.
Imagine if you're Jesse Minter right now in this situation.
Dude,
you get walked in, and you get probably one of the best edge rushers outside of Micah Parsons in the league.
Yeah.
That proves how much faith that this franchise has in him to take him to the next step.
Seriously, if we are like talking best edge rushers in the NFL right now, it's like Micah, and it doesn't take you very long to get to Maxx Crosby. Who else is up there? I'd say Trey Hendrickson's not up there anymore because of this last year.
Yeah, he's getting older.
I'd say, okay, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, maybe like T.J. Watt, Maxx Crosby, same guy.
Yeah, I'd say that's a really good comp, and him being with the Raiders this long and how much that the Raiders are wanting for it. I'm surprised, like you said, that Eric DeCosta pulled the trigger.
I am as well, man. I truly am as well. So the Ravens went from $19 million in cap space to now -10 in cap space. Obviously, they'll do a lot between now and March 11th to get that all figured out. But
it's going to be a busy week for the Ravens. I will say that. It's going to be a pretty busy week for them with all the reconstructing now.
So the deal is contingent, obviously, on Crosby passing a physical. Can't happen until the start of the new league year on Wednesday. Jameson Hensley just put out an article trying to skim over it, see if I can find anything, anything interesting with it. Shout out to Alan. Appreciate you, my friend, for the $2 super chat. This is the first time that Lamar Jackson is going to play with a front seven player of this caliber. Obviously, he's been lucky enough to play with a guy like Kyle Hamilton. But, man, he's never played with a guy like Maxx Crosby. I mean, think about the last time that Maxx Crosby played the Baltimore Ravens. Second week, 2024 season. You lost that game to Gardner Minshew because Maxx Crosby had like 7 tackles and 2 sacks. Seriously, bro. Gage, I'm going to send to TV a photo that should make everybody incredibly happy that this move just happened. Okay, sending it to TV right now. Also, it is St. Patty, so before you do this, throw that up there. I will give a shout out to our sponsor. Hey guys, we also right now have a great deal for you guys. If you go to chatsports.com/flockgreen, with St. Patrick's Day just around the corner, you can get one of these t-shirts, be a part of our Baltimore drinking team, and join me, ladies and gentlemen, in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. We also are giving express shipping $4 off. Originally it's $9, bringing it down to $5, so that way you guys can make sure you have it for your St. Patrick's Day. We got the shirts. We got it in green. We also have it in black as well, if you don't like that green color. We also have a brand new hat for sale for $24.99. Just classic. Beers on the front of it. The greatest 5-letter word of all time, even though it's spelled with 4 letters. You can get yours today. You can get a t-shirt, black, green, hat, does not matter. Chatsports.com/flockgreen. Gage just put that in the comments. It's also in the description of today's stream. So go ahead and check that out for me. Brian asked, do you think the Ravens will trade for and get A.J. Brown? No. That ship has sailed, and frankly, I'm not that mad about it. This is why you should be happy about Maxx Crosby, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. Because the last time he was in M&T Bank Stadium, he beat your ass. Man, I get how some people can think, oh, man, maybe you didn't, maybe you gave up a lot for him. Well, guess what, guys? Last season was the first time since 1996, their first season, that the Baltimore Ravens did not have an edge rusher that finished with more than 4.5 sacks. So, take that in your pipe and smoke it, or whatever they say, man. It's uncharacteristic. It's exciting. There's a lot to break down with this. Trying to find anything else from this. Dude, and also, I think it's a great move for Las Vegas. I think it's a win-win because I think it's two different franchises in two different spots. You've got Ravens that could win a Super Bowl tomorrow. You've got Raiders that were one of the worst teams in football last year. Actually, scratch that. They got the number 1 overall pick. They were the worst team in football last year.
If you're the Raiders, you got an extra. Pretty much you got gifted 2 extra picks.
Yep.
So you got 2 first-rounders you did not think was going to happen until a month before the NFL draft, which really kind of which really adds a little more of a bonus for the draft plans for the Las Vegas Raiders side of things.
Yeah, it really does. And now I gotta wonder where the Baltimore Ravens are going to,
what their direction is?
Pivot to.
Yeah.
With that, now I mean you don't have 14 anymore. You have 46. Do you go probably offensive line, defensive line?
If they get lucky, if any fall to them, here's the picks they have remaining in this draft now.
Yeah, they got 9 picks in 2026. They got a second-round pick, number 45 overall, third-round pick, number 80, fourth-rounder, number 115. Now, the good news is you still have 2 picks in the top 100. You still have almost 4 picks in the top 150, okay? So you got 4 fifth-rounders. You have got chances to really come away a winner in this draft, ladies and gentlemen. You really, really, and truly do. Now it's just gotta be all on the heels of, did you make the right hire? And we'll know very, very soon. It seems like they feel like they made the right hire, right? Because I don't think they'd be doing this if they didn't feel like they made the right hire. You know what I'm saying? With Jesse Minter. They wouldn't be this aggressive. They obviously feel like they've got their guy. Now they want to give him as much talent as possible. Hey. Yep. Gage, let's ask. I want to hear their one-word reaction, okay? My one-word reaction, I'll give it a hyphen. It was holy dash shit. That was my one-word reaction. Gage, what was yours?
Mine was just, damn. Mm-hmm. And one way, and best way to put it, just to sum it up, was damn.
Like the Kendrick Lamar album, which of course I know.
I never knew there was an album about that. I do not understand that reference, but yeah, I was in the shop. I was in front of my computer all day today. One time I wasn't for 5 minutes. I just went and take a shower. I come out, my phone was blowing up, and I was like, well, it's going to be a fun day when that happened. I was like, I'm excited for the 2026 Baltimore Ravens now.
Well, now, and I feel like there's only a matter of time until they, announce Lamar Jackson's extension. Yeah, I was too. I think it'll come down tomorrow or Sunday. I really do. One of those 2 days, because I think it has to. You're taking on a contract in Maxx Crosby. That's all guaranteed this year. And so Cole says, I screamed and woke up my dad. My dad texted me immediately after it happened. And he said, what did he say? He might have said, get to the studio or something like that. He said, get that video out. Wow.
I was on the phone. I called my dad earlier today, and he was in the middle of seeing my cousins play or something. And he goes, I'll call you back later. I was running to the office after the news broke, and he called me, I was like, hey, I gotta get going. Just got Ravens breaking news. I told him what it was. He goes, oh shit, yeah, get onto that. That's more important right now.
Yeah. So I bet this will make free agency a little bit less exciting. I don't think it'll make it, I don't think it'll make it boring, but I don't think it'll make it crazy exciting. Okay, let's get to these one-word reactions. Jacko is angry. Zay Bear says center, ? Beerman says holy shit. Skylar says ecstatic. PJ DJ says shocked. I guess that would probably be mine too. At the core of it all, I was shocked. John Dalton Rose said holy dash crap. Big Sky says EDC. Kimberly says awesome. Yes, Zaybear, we still do need a center. How do we feel about Malachi Fields for the draft? Yeah, the wide receiver from Notre Dame. I think, wide receiver's a need, but now after, there are a lot of good wide receivers. There's also a lot of really good linebackers in this class. I'm interested in Malachi Fields. He's not a guy I'm super in love with, but yeah, interesting. My dad's in the chat. Says, love that you're live for this. Dad, we were just talking about you. You missed it. We should either sign Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill. Somebody said no to the jail duo down below. Kai said we should not sign the jail duo. I agree with Kai. I think there's better wide receivers you might be able to get in free agency that aren't going to Tyreek, I would listen to. I'm not interested in Stephon Diggs. Okay? I'm not interested in Stephon at all. But Tyreek, I could be convinced. Dude, if they'd signed Tyreek in the summer or something like that, that would be pretty electric. Brian said, explain why so. You think the Ravens will or not trade A.J. Brown in a trade deal? Well, I'll tell you this. It's easy, Brian. Easy to explain. So yesterday, shout out Malachi. Yesterday, the Chicago Bears traded for DJ Moore. Or traded DJ Moore to the Bills, excuse me. The Bills gave them a second-round pick. Once they dealt Chicago a second-round pick for DJ Moore, that pretty much set the trade value for A.J. Brown at a first-round pick. And then Adam Schefter went on and said there's no way in hell the Eagles deal A.J. Brown for anything less than a first-round pick. Well, Brian, guess what? You don't have a first-round pick anymore. So, therefore, kind of impossible for it to happen. That's a good point, BNL. I just think it'd be fun. So these are all guys who will not be Ravens. Makai Lemon won't be a Raven. Vega Awane won't be a Raven. Caden McDonald, Caleb Banks, Jordan Tyson, all of those guys will not be Baltimore Ravens.
You just crushed me by saying no Vega.
Know.
I was so in on Vega Awane.
I think Jennings Dunker, what's the guy, the guard out of A&M, Chase Pasantis.
Two
guys to look out for in the second round.
I actually like Jennings Dunker. I don't know. I might be just the flow or just the Iowa farm boy in
I think it's the mullet.
Mullet does it for me, but
I agree.
I think he has something.
I agree. I dig the mullet too, man. I really do as well. Big Sky Traveler with probably the best super chat I've ever gotten in the history of this channel. It says, sign John Petersen to center and let's ride. I mean, I can't think of a better idea. My dad's bringing in at center, probably about 6 foot, 220. Okay, so he's coming in a little undersized. We'd probably be better off signing my dad as like a center in basketball because that's his forte. He's got a mean skyhook. I mean, it's like Kareem. It's beautiful. But as a center, I mean, I'm in. I am in. So now I think in free agency what they do. I think they sign a cheapish defensive tackle. I think they sign a guard. And then I think, do they re-sign? Do they extend Tyler Linderbaum? That is the big question. What do you think, Gage? Because I don't think they do.
After this,
I just don't think there's any way.
I don't think there's any way either. I mean, if this move didn't happen, it was a no-brainer they're going to re-sign him.
Yeah.
But now with what they have, their salary cap situation, I do not believe that they are. I feel like they're going to try to restructure any contract possible to free up space during this upcoming week. That's my theory. What's going to happen?
I don't think they re-sign Linderbaum. Linderbaum's just about to get paid too much money. But who knows, man? The thing is that he is going to have to figure out, right, is Tyler Linderbaum. Do I want to get paid $23 million and go play for a bad team like the Raiders, like the Giants? Or do I want to take a little bit less, probably $2.5–3 million less a year, and now go play for the Ravens when they have Maxx Crosby? But also now they make this deal, we don't know if that offer and that money is still on the table. So there's a lot to be still figured out. Dad said the skyhook, baby. He also said he played center in 5th grade YMCA. And then my man Kai said John could block better than Fa'alele. That is correct. That is confirmed. That is confirmed. My dad can block better than Fa'alele. What about Huntley? As in, like, Snoop Huntley? Is there a different Huntley? Yeah, I guess. I mean, what about him? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I do. Oh man, that is crazy. Yeah, I don't hate that. Ajabo is cooked. Well, Ajabo is gone, thankfully.
I know there are a lot of rumors about a few former Chargers probably moving on to Baltimore, like Odafe Owe going back to Baltimore. Do you think that's going to happen now after what just occurred?
No, Adafe's not going to go back to Baltimore. We also talked about Khalil Mack following Jesse Minter. I don't think that's going to happen either.
But if it did, imagine Khalil Mack, Maxx Crosby, and Nnamdi. That would have been a fun line.
Yep. Okay, Gage, I think we should do a live mailbag. And I want you guys to get your questions in. Hashtag down below. Gage, I'm gonna send you a Slack real quick. Y'all get those questions in and use hashtag Ravens in the chat. As a Raiders fan, says Joseph, congratulations to the Condor. Yeah. And then I'm going to send you a thing for you to make a List 5 logo reveal. Okay? Or I'm going to put that in the doc. Okay? And we'll hit that one first. Cool? I'm getting it in right now. How should we sign a center and why? Great question. Do you not worry about a couple of our free agents not getting re-signed? Snoop Huntley, Jordan Stout, Keaton Mitchell? No, because I feel like those guys no, I'm not worried about that. Wow, lots of great questions coming in, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love it. Okay. Keep getting those in. At Gage, you can push that way in across. No worries. Okay, let's see. Trying to list out my top free agent targets. My top free agent targets for the Ravens. Who are they? Let's see. What'd he say? He is back and healthy. He posted a video today of him working out, and he looks like he is. Yeah, he looks like he's ready to roll. I think they'd be really, really good. I really do. I think they would be so much better than they were last year. Because, like I said, I think just getting Minter in here is automatically going to make you a much better team. But I think obviously adding Minter and Max, dude, sky's the limit. Truly, truly is. This is going to be a really, really, really fun team to watch this year. Okay, let me find some other. Perfect. Perfect. Well, there's actually probably in play for a lot of these guys. There's probably a good bit in there. Yeah. You don't need to bring those in. We could just do this reveal. Okay. What are some other? We won't highlight. We'll just cut it after. Yeah. Let's see. Who's a cornerback that I would like to see come back to the Baltimore Ravens? Or not come back, but come to the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I think he'd be too expensive at this point. I need a defensive tackle, and I need Calais Campbell. And then let's see, a CB. Who are some CBs I want? No. Yeah, I'll take him. And there we go. Okay. Other questions? See, it feels like we're probably getting in some good ones. Who's winning the ring, Maxx Crosby or Logan Paul? I'm taking Mad Max. Zay, it's a great question. I think that they will go. I think they go offensive line in the second round. Obviously, it all depends on what they do in free agency, but I do think it is offensive line in the second round. Yeah. Yeah. I do want Draymond Jones back. I do as well. I think this might have yeah. Jay Blaze says, just joined. Sorry to ask the same question if already asked. I didn't see your question, Jay Blaze, but I bet it's a good one. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm not even seeing it. I don't even see Jay Blaze's question. How far up is it? Diggs might beat up the Ravens meal cook, says SC. Wow, a lot of people getting some great questions and hot takes in. We appreciate you guys. Truly, truly, truly. Think the Ravens are going to change draft plans? Yes, I do. Edge is not as high on their board as it was. For what? As an edge? Oh, no. I would rather have them made this trade, for sure. For sure. With Bears and Chargers dropping, Out. Do you think it helps Linderbaum to the Ravens? No. I think if anything, it probably hurts that. Well, the Chargers aren't going to sign Linderbaum. They signed Tyler Biadasz today. So, Chargers did, yeah. You think they'll still trade Rashad Bateman? No, probably not. Kevin Zeitler, Hollywood Brown as a reunion? I think maybe Zeitler, not Hollywood. No, Raven, I don't think so. As soon as you sign Lamar, automatically you get so much more money. SC says, now let's get a new center. Forget Linderbaum. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Not forget him, but maybe if you could still sign him to cheap, you could do it. Should we pick up? Should we trade up to get another second-round pick, Jacoby Lane from USC? I wouldn't mind that. I mean, you got 4 fifths. How high can you move by trading 3 fifth-rounders? Yeah. I've been saying since week 1 that Linderbaum, Stanley, Rosengarten are the good guys. But Lele and Voorhees are bad. They generalize the entire squad. Yes, they struggle sometimes, but they are great. Lamar Edit says, crazy trade. I was jumping up and down. Craziest trade of the Ravens franchise ever. Yes, it was. Would you be surprised if we traded Bateman, a third, next year's fourth, trading the first round of big receiver drops? Yes, I would be surprised. Jay Blaze, that's a great question, but I want you to ask it again. We can't answer it unless it has a hashtag Ravens on it. Okay, my friend? Get that center from Buffalo, Chris Byron. You are looking into the future, my friend. That is my number 1 free agent target. Yeah, I could do stopwatch. And honestly, if you just want to make an L3 that says now Baltimore Ravens mailbag, and then, and there should be a weigh-in that you don't even have to make that just will say, name a free agent you want the Ravens to sign. You can say that after I get done with my List 5 logo reveal. Cool? Someone said, Ravens should draft OL, 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 OL. And wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. That's not bad. Chase Besantis. Me too, Kai. I like Chase Besantis a lot. Oh, that looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, sweet. And then you find that weigh-in that I was talking about? Cool. Bang. Okay, and then we'll just make it regular after that. Sweet. I made a little mini script in there. No, let's do that at like 7 minutes. Cool. I think people don't like Linderbaum, Isaac, because they think that because he wants to make a lot of money, that means he is like selfish and greedy. Even though I think a lot of us would do the exact same thing. But yeah. All right, don't go anywhere. Keep getting those questions in. We're about to get into the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, don't go anywhere at all. All right, Gage, you ready to roll? Let's do it. Coming at you right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Ravens Rundown. You are watching. So, actually, I'm going to start that over. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Ravens Rundown. My name is Joey Petersen. So happy you guys are watching today's show. Crazy trade went down last night. And that's going to bring us to our first question from main man, Gage Gilmore. Who are the top free agent targets after the Maxx Crosby trade? That's a great question. That's kind of all everybody's talking about, thinking about, wondering right now. Because how much is your free agency plan going to change after you, A, don't have a first-round pick, and B, also are taking on the salary of a guy like Maxx Crosby, whose salary is fully guaranteed this year? Well, I do think it means you're going to be a little bit less aggressive in free agency because you were just ultra-aggressive in getting Maxx Crosby to Baltimore, and I am still happy that you did that. I have got 5 free agent targets for the Baltimore Ravens after the Max deal. Number 1, Connor McGovern, okay? Was the center for the Bills for the last couple of years. Prior to that, he was with the Dallas Cowboys. I actually really like Connor McGovern. Okay, at this point, I have pretty much come to the acceptance that Tyler Linderbaum is not going to be a Baltimore Raven in 2026. Now, if he is, I'll be pleasantly surprised, especially after the Max deal. But all that to say, you're going to need to get a center, okay? And now you have one less early draft pick to draft a center to be a starter. Connor McGovern can come right in and be a starter immediately in this league, okay? It helps. He was on one of the best offensive lines in football in Buffalo, but he was a part of that as well. Number 2, Calais Campbell, because I still think you need depth at the interior, and this is a guy you're going to be able to get for cheap, okay? I promise you that. And he's still Calais freaking Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. 17 games played in the last 3 seasons straight. He is still out there making plays, even though he's allowed to register for AARP because he's like 89 years old. Again, what we are looking for now is cheap players who can still make massive impacts. That is Calais Campbell to a T. He's already been in Baltimore before. We know he fits. I would love this move. Nahshon Wright, maybe a little bit more on the expensive side of things, free agent cornerback. But I do still believe that you need a little bit of help in that position. Look, Chidobe Awuzie, if I could just say, re-sign Chidobe, I would say that. But these are other free agents that aren't the Baltimore Ravens free agents. Chidobe's not going to be there anymore. And if he's not, look, that's a big loss. He was a really big part of your season this past year, surprisingly. I think Nahshon Wright and a Jesse Minter coach defense would actually be really great, okay? I think those two would merge together perfectly. I don't think, just given the way that kind of the end of the Bears season went last year in their secondary, I don't think he'd be incredibly expensive. I would really like that signing, as I would Jalen Nailor, okay? Again, reminder, you made the trade for Maxx Crosby last night. These aren't going to be any guys that break the bank. But Jalen Nailor, he's gone back-to-back yards, back-to-back seasons, 400 yards. He caught for 400 yards with J.J. McCarthy throwing him the football in 2025. That's like going for 2,000 yards with Lamar throwing you the football, okay? So I still think that he's, a guy that could be really suitable in an offense. He's young. Don't think he's going to be that expensive. And then this one might be a little more expensive, but it's Elijah Vera Tucker, formerly with the New York Jets. Would not be surprised to see a Kevin Zeitler reunion either. He could be switched out there at 5. But Vera Tucker is playing really good football. Played really good football. He just happened to play for not a very good football team. You're going to need help at guard. I think that you probably select an offensive lineman within your first 2 picks. And if you don't make these, maybe that's even a guarantee, but still, man, you are going to need help in the interior of your offensive line. Elijah Vera Tucker can be that help. Name a free agent you want the Ravens to sign down below in the comment section. I just gave you 5 names. I need you to give me 1, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me know your answers down below. And we'll continue on with the mailbag. Next question from Tori. Speaking of the guards, Ravens should start Emory Jones next year. I agree. Obviously, it's all about where his development is. But I actually really thought that they should have started him this last year. They probably made the right call, just given the fact that he was young, didn't want to screw anything up with his development. But I agree, Tori. Zay Bears says, do you think the Max can be as good as Ray Lewis? Different players, different positions. I mean, Ray Lewis is the best linebacker of all time. So do I think Maxx Crosby can be the best edge rusher of all time? I don't think so. But do I think Maxx Crosby has the ability to be a top 3 edge rusher in the NFL? Yes, I do, because he is. Okay? Oh, man, I should have bookmarked this tweet I saw last night. It was like, oh, maybe I was lucky enough to have bookmarked it. Okay, here it is. Warren Sharp. Maxx Crosby, among all defensive linemen since 2019, when he entered the NFL, number 1 in tackles for loss, number 1 in solo tackles, 2 in pressures with the quarterback, 2 in QB hits, 3 in total tackles, 4 in batted passes, 5 in sacks. That is a legitimate player right there. But I think if we're talking about him compared to Ray Lewis, what they are so similar with is the mentalities that they bring. So I do believe that he can be just as much of a leader as Ray. Zay, what do you think we're going to do with the draft now? Explain how you think it will go. Great question, Zay. Okay. So I think a lot of this depends on what they do in free agency, okay? We won't really be able to get the full picture until they do what they do in these next couple of days. I think if you don't sign 2 offensive linemen, you go offensive lineman in the second round, okay? And then I think third round, you either go wide receiver or you go defensive tackle. And then I think in the fourth round, you just do whatever those you didn't do, okay? So if you went wide receiver in the third, you're going to go defensive tackle in the fourth. And if you did defensive tackle in the third, you're going to go wide receiver in the fourth, okay? And then you got 4 fifth-round picks. I'm sure you'll sprinkle a cornerback in there. I'm sure you'll probably sprinkle another offensive lineman in there, probably sprinkle maybe another edge rusher. But I do think for 2, 3, and 4, I think those picks will go offensive line, defense tackle, wide receiver. Real quick, we'll get back to the questions. I do have to give a shout-out to our awesome designs that we got right now. When you go to chatsports.com/flockgreen, that'll take you to these T-shirts for our Baltimore drinking team. We got it in green. We got it in black. We also have these brand new hats that have just entered the collection. Classic beers. 4 letters. Best word in the English language. You can get yours today for just $24.99. And if you guys are worried about getting them perfectly in time for St. Patrick's Day, we're giving you guys a little bit of a discount if you go and choose express shipping, $4 off on express shipping, okay? Chatsports.com/flockgreen. It'll take you to the T-shirts, and you can join our Baltimore drinking team. So, 8 did food. Should re-sign D-Hop to a cheap 2-year deal. He can help with wide receiver corps. Zay Flowers, not that tall enough. We need help. I do believe, I would not mind at all them re-signing DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, I think that would be awesome. I would absolutely love that. I love DeAndre Hopkins. I thought he was unbelievably underutilized. I do say this. For as much trash as we've talked on this channel about Rashad Bateman over the last, Gage? 4 months probably we've been talking bad about Rashad Bateman. I do believe that he is going to take a big step up under Declan Doyle's offense. Jay Blaze, 4334. Would you be surprised if we packaged multiple picks and Bateman for a late first round this year for a wide receiver? I would be. I just don't think, the talent, listen to this. The talent at the end of the first round is not that different as the talent you will see in the middle of the second round. At least not different enough to trade away Bateman and some late round picks, okay? Now, if this was like an unbelievably stacked draft and there was a massive drop-off from end of the first to middle of the second, or there is a can't-miss player that falls, I don't see them making that big of a deal again, especially they trade away their first-round picks. We know Eric DeCosta loves picks. That's my thoughts. Zabear plays. Do you like the more risky moves that Minter is doing, or do you like to be on the safer side? Risky, man. I love risk. I love it, man. What's happened to you, to this team, staying on the safer side? Seriously. You haven't been to a Super Bowl in over a decade. Go take a risk. Make this move. That's why I'm happy about it, man. That's why I'm really, really, really happy about it. Mr. Whip Your Mom. You think Daniel Fa'alele will stay for another year or move with John Harbaugh? If Daniel Fa'alele is back in Baltimore this year, I am going to personally have a panic attack, okay? I don't think he will be. I would not be surprised, though. It's a great question, follow-up. Would not be surprised one bit if he follows John Harbaugh and gets signed to the Giants. My girl, Kimberly Harmon, do you think the Ravens bring back Kevin Zeitler or Hollywood Brown as a reunion? Yes to Kevin, no to Hollywood. I don't think Hollywood, there's too many small wide receivers already. Hollywood dropped too many passes. I don't want a wide receiver that drops passes anymore. For Kevin, yes, I do see that being like something that's realistic. Yes, totally. Skylar Colley. Namdi was posted on some IG story earlier, him working out at a gym, and I know it's an everyday thing for people, but it's not normal for someone who did that to their neck. Totally agree. In fact, I'm probably going to hit that as a video on Sunday, kind of go a little bit deeper into it about why that's such a big deal for Baltimore, but I could not agree more. Massive. I saw it. He looks awesome. I think he's going to play football. Tello Fellow. If Namdi is back and healthy, how do we feel this D-line? Well, definitely the defense as a whole. Dude, D-line, if Namdi's back, the D-line is Travis Jones, Namdi Madubuike, Maxx Crosby, and then hopefully a Mike Green who has taken a massive step in year 2. That's a damn good defense. Defensive line, I should say. It's much improved, especially if you sign a guy like Calais Campbell, get you a little bit of depth in the interior. Defense as a whole, I just think is going to take a massive step up because of mentor. Kai Sinat, who's winning the ring, Maxx Crosby or Logan Paul? Maxx Crosby is winning in the ring against Logan Paul. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Zero hesitations, Kai. But that's a great question. All right, Gage, is that it for questions today? That's it. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. My name is Joey Petersen. We will be, we've got you covered here at the Ravens Rundown. Free agency starts next Monday, the tampering period. We're going to be live for it, so make sure to come and hang out. But anything that happens, we've got you. I mean, the trade happened last night. We had a video out in 10 minutes, okay? So this is the place to be. Lock us in. Subscribe. Follow me on socials, and we'll see you next time. All righty. That was a very, very fun little mailbag segment. Y'all asked some great questions. Good chance for us to kind of get in and talk to some of you guys and be hanging out with you guys. How many do we think are on Raiders right now, Gage? Would you take a guess?
On Raiders? Mm-hmm. At least 5,000.
It's 4,400.
So, all right, so I'm in that ballpark.
You're all over it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna put a poll. I forgot to do a poll.
Oh yeah, about grading the trade.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm curious to see as well. What would you grade?
Appreciate you, Tello. Dude, I'm grading it an A-. What about you?
I'd say an A+.
You're getting A+?
I think they needed the intensity of something like this to happen to rejuvenate this team, this franchise. Because I feel like the fans we've been needing something like this for a while, and now that we got it, I feel like they're already contenders for the Super Bowl again. And there's more juice flowing in my veins after seeing this happen. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm excited about it as well. It's exciting stuff, man. It really, really is. My fellow siblings are all Raiders fans, and they hate me right now. Yeah, I'm sure they do, man. Those Raider fans loved Maxx Crosby, dude. They absolutely loved him. I mean, he was everything. He was everything for them. What happened? That's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. If I had to rate this trade out of 100, I would say 93. Okay, let's go to the grade.
Grade?
Let's go to the grades. A, 66%. B, 26%. C, 3%. D, 6%. D or F is 6%.
I am okay with that.
That means approximately 92% of the people, 93 now, believe it was an A or a B. That's a pretty damn high percentage. B and L, there are a lot of holes on this roster, but, dude, get over it.
I mean, I feel like this way, like how the Rams mentality of F them picks hit, because they did something similar a few days ago too.
Yeah.
And you saw how it's worked with them. They won a Super Bowl because of that mentality. And I feel like the Ravens, with Lamar Jackson at this point in his career, they had to do something.
Yeah,
and
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong whatsoever. Chris said Crosby will bring back the fire that this defense desperately needs. The 4% have to be Raiders fans. LOL. Yeah, they are. They have to be, man. They really, really, they have to be. Oh, man. This was fun, man. What a fun. This was our third. It's so funny, Gage, because I did this channel, took over in August. I went a full 1 year and 5 months without ever doing a breaking news live show. Okay? 1 year, 5 months. And then since January, when did Harbaugh get fired? January 6th? Since January 6th, we've done 3 because the Minter hiring. Yeah, which is crazy.
We're all over that, like white on rice.
We were all over that as well. We already had everything. Rocked, ready, and ready to roll. So you grade the trade an A+, Gage?
I graded an A+ because things needed to change in Baltimore. I think this is going to give the fans the juice they need for the upcoming season. I'm already excited for 2026 NFL football at this point. I'm hyped.
Yeah, it's going to be a long offseason. It does suck that we won't have a first-round pick of the draft. That is going to be a little bit of a bummer. But I don't care. You got Maxx Crosby. Who cares, bro? Seriously. We watched Maxx Crosby freaking dominate this team 2 years ago. We've watched Maxx Crosby dominate everybody. And his career, that's just been laying waste in that damn Sin City desert out there in Las Vegas. He's just been in hell. And now it is a perfect just marriage of these two. Because you're bringing one of them out of the depths of hell to be that last final piece of this puzzle. You need to go and win a Super Bowl. And you're bringing in the one guy that can change the entire mentality of this defense.
You brought up a good point. He was playing in probably one of the worst teams in the NFL the past few years. Imagine, and he's been playing at the top of his game, game in and game out. Imagine what he would do when he's fighting for something, when he's playing for something.
Yeah.
When he's playing for a divisional title, playing for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's going to ramp up the intensity of him and the defense that much more, I'd say. Yeah. I'm excited. I am really excited for this, Joey.
I could not be more excited as well. You made a big move, dude. You Eric DeCosta slapped his nuts on the table. He said, look, I get what they're saying about me. That I don't make any big splashes. I don't make any big moves.
What a ballsy move. I'm all in on it.
All freaking in. And I want to see exactly, I think this morning, genuinely, I think I said there's no way they trade for Maxx Crosby if they're wanting 2 first-round picks. I just thought they weren't going to do it. I thought there's no shot.
I thought he was going to be a Bear last night. I was like, all right, after seeing how Chicago is making room to get some draft capital I thought, all right, Maxx Crosby going to the Bears, that's that. Now, if you're the Bears in this situation, because you have all this draft capital, do you use those picks in the draft, or you pursue something else?
Say it again, sorry.
For the Chicago Bears, I thought that they were going to go.
I thought he was going to be a Cowboy.
I thought he was going to be a Bear. Now, if you're the Cowboys, do you feel pissed off about it? Because you had 2 first-rounders.
Well, they offered a first and a second.
Oh,
did you see that?
I did hear something like that.
Yeah, Schefter reported that the Cowboys offered a first and a second.
For this year, I'm assuming? Or no, next year because they don't have, or do they have? They don't have a second this year.
They don't have a second this year.
No, they
First
don't.
and a second next year because they traded for Quinn.
Yeah.
Ernest said, protect the quarterback, get after the quarterback. That is how you win in this league. You are so right. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. That's it. Protect the quarterback, get after the quarterback. Well, now you're going to be able to get after the quarterback. Go sign a couple of guys in free agency. Go hit it early in the draft. Protect Lamar. Oh, my God, you'll win every game you play. Dude, I am so freaking juiced.
Their defensive line's all set. Now it's all about the offensive line. That's this upcoming offseason. What are they going to do for the offensive line?
September can't get here fast enough.
I'm so juiced.
They can't get here fast enough.
I'm excited for preseason football now with this team. I mean, just to see him out there in preseason.
See Mike Green and guys like that. See how they improve.
I'm excited. I am excited for this upcoming season, Joey. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, it's an ecstatic night. Really, really exciting night here in Baltimore. Okay, we're going to get on out of here. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. I appreciate Gage for coming in at the drop of a hat, fresh out of a shower, and running his way all the way through downtown Dallas.
I had to make sure it smelled good for you, Joey. That's it.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. We'll be back with more content tomorrow. We'll be in office on Sunday. So we'll have all that covered then. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Maxx Crosby is a freaking Baltimore Raven. I can't believe it, man. I cannot be. Sounds right. You're so right. Alrighty, we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a great rest of your Friday night. Have a wonderful weekend. For producer Gage, my name is Joey Petersen. God bless.